All right, welcome everybody. So we have a different venue for the class today because there is a tournament at the chess club. But next week we'll be back there, and I'll be doing the lectures for the next few weeks as well. Until end of the month. So if you have the time, Tuesdays and Thursdays we have adult lectures, and Sunday we have a puzzle lecture, Sunday 5 o'clock. So today I want to show you this game I played in a North American Open tournament in Las Vegas, and round 6, and I'm playing international master Adam Hunt from England. So I'm playing with white pieces. So d4, knight f6, c4, g6. So we don't know which opening it's going to be yet. It could be Gruenfeld or King's Indian. So he played a Gruenfeld, and which move makes it a King's Indian? Bishop g7. Bishop to g7 will make it King's Indian defense. So he played Gruenfeld. Gruenfeld, I have to tell you, it's one of the toughest ones, to deal with, to handle it, because it's always some contraplay, always some idea. So that's why it's very difficult to get advantage. So I have many different lines that I play. So I choose the Bishop g5 line this time. I like this line. I've played it a couple of times before. Had some good results with it. So the point of the move is to take on f6, of course, and damage the pawn structure. Knight e4 is one of the main moves. I would say the very main move. There is lately Bishop g7 is another move that people play, but usually this is the main move. So now the threat is to capture the bishop, and Bishop h4 is the most popular move. But there is also another very interesting move I actually played once. Knight takes e4 was played in a game Morozevich against Carlsen. Very high profile game. That's a very rare idea. Take and queen d2. Okay, developing the queen, and basically at some point white wants to even play long castle here. So if you go Bishop g7, this is how Carlsen game developed. It was something like this: e5, d5, and then white plays usually knight c3, knight e2, knight c3, putting pressure here, bishop e2, and just castle. That's kind of the idea. So c5, d5. So if you want something really rare, so this knight takes e4 idea with queen d2 could be something. I played a game against Caden Troff in this line, so it was an interesting game. So I play bishop h4, the main line. So he takes, and he takes the pawn. So here you have two options basically. One is e3 that I played, and what would be the second logical option here? For white. It would be queen a4 check, just to capture the pawn on c4. Okay, that would be the other option. Although queen a4, queen c4, you're moving the queen so many times, so that's not particularly that great. Okay. So bishop e6. Rook a b1, rook a b1. The idea is just to develop the rook and put pressure on b7. b6 played, knight f3 developing. My idea to regain this pawn at some point if I can, and claim that I have an advantage because of the strong center and an active bishop on h4. Plays bishop g7. But it's not so easy to get the pawn back. Black is just trying to sort of hang on. Bishop e2. Developing the bishop. Castles. Castles. c6. Now, if he has the time, he wants to play b5 and protect. So he wants to play b5 and protect the pawn on c4. So I played e4. I'm not too worried about gaining the pawn back immediately. I just want to get the control of the center. And at some point, maybe even go for an aggressive attack, knight g5, f4 ideas. If I played this move right away here, he plays the bishop d5. If you play e4, that runs into h6, attacking the knight. If you retreat, then he wins the pawn on e4. And if you capture, he takes, pawn takes, and black strengthens his pawn structure, and he's actually up a pawn too. So next move he will play knight c6. Takes. So that's why I want to play the move e4 first, because now knight g5, for example, is very strong. We'll be hitting the bishop. Bishop moves back, takes on c4. But I knew he's going to play this and protect the pawn. So right now I'm basically down a pawn. I do have the control of the center. So
now instead of e4, could you have played a4 without a
a4 I could have, but I don't know if it changes much. Let's say he plays a6.
Oh,
He's still going to play the move b5.
yeah. Okay.
And I don't know if this changes so much. Knight g5, bishop d5, e4, h6. It's same, pretty much same concept here. Okay, white maybe has some compensation here. I can play h4, h5 quickly, you know. Some compensation. Yeah. So I played e4, b5. Queen c1. So why did I play this move? Queen c1. And what am I trying to do with this move? What do you think? I would like to go where? To a3. a3 and put pressure on e7. So this is going to be an idea that I want to do at some point. Okay? Queen goes to a3 and putting pressure. Bishop g4 played by my opponent. He's trying to play e5. Okay? And now what to do? What should I do here? Huh? I should play e5. Right away, or maybe because you play e5, you're allowing bishop f5 attacks, you know. So excellent. Always want to get the pair of the bishops. Having the pair of the bishop is considered to be an advantage. So here, he is going to give up the bishop. I take, and the good thing is he cannot play e5 here because my bishop is pinning. So I do have I think a pretty good compensation here for the sacrificed pawn. Okay, I have an active bishop on h4, active bishop on f3. My pieces are pretty active here. Yeah, so it's a very good compensation. Queen c7 he plays, developing his queen, and now threatening to play which move? e5. Now what should I do? Absolutely. I play e5, I block his bishop, prevent the move e5, and the most important thing, I open the diagonal for my bishop. It's a multi-purpose move, right? So very important, e5. Now he plays a6. He's trying to hang on to the pawn, and at some point I was also threatening to take this idea. So this was another consideration. So that's why I played a6. Now, so a4. I didn't play a4 because let's say he plays e6, right? So you take, correct? Yeah. He takes. Knight c6. Well, if you take queen takes, I don't think I have much of an advantage. Okay. So yeah, this is important. I thought this e6 was interesting. Yeah, I want to make sure I stop him from playing e6, and for a moment he cannot develop his knight either. So I think it's a very good move, e6. So takes. Not rook e1. I don't want to allow him rook f3 sacrifice. At some point he might throw this in because it will really destroy my two bishop advantage and damage the structure. So I wasn't so sure. So the point here is, if let's say I go here, takes, I don't know, I feel like he might get some, knight d7, and he might have a compensation, okay? No, it's an idea, but even knight d7, I kind of don't want to have my king position weakened. So that's why I started with queen e3, okay? I'm not saying the rook f3 is just, but it's at least very interesting. Now I'm down 2 pawns. He plays e5 anyway. And he basically wants to, if I capture, he might even go queen e5. So what do you think I played here? Absolutely d5, yes. Absolutely d5, yes. Absolutely. If he takes, I have bishop d5 check. Now it goes king h8. Rook fd1. Which piece is not developed here? Rook on fd1, right? So whenever you have an undeveloped piece, you want to bring that piece into the game as well. He takes. Rook takes. I'm still down 2 pawns. But playing for pure compensation here. With 2 bishops, a lead in development. Queen a7. Exchanging the queens. He's 2 pawns ahead. He feels, safe and comfortable about it. So let's think here, because this is an important moment here, okay? Let's think here. This is an important moment, okay? Now this is I would say it's a critical moment in this game. Who said rook c5? Adi? Knight d7? Queen d2? Kind of worried about this. This, it's probably not. Okay, this is unclear, yeah? Okay. What about this idea? Rook f d1. Now, controlling the file completely, so the knight can never go to d7. And if he goes to knight c6, I always have rook c5 idea to put pressure. Queen takes queen is a possibility. He played knight c6 right away. For queen takes queen, Ashish, I take. Probably this was his best move. Let me look at my notes. Yeah, queen takes queen. Let's see here. Queen takes queen, I take with the pawn. Yeah, something like this he could have played, sure. Yeah, have rook d8 here, yeah? Looks quite unpleasant for him. Threatening to capture, the other rook comes to d8.
It's not fun to defend. I mean, that's hard.
King g8, guys. What about the bishop d5 check? Yeah, okay, but that's not perfect. Maybe you survive, but it's not. Okay. He went here, knight c6, developing. Queen c5. Rook c5 is a possibility as well. Something was kind of loose here, so think about this rook here. I think something like this. Out of nowhere attacking this, and this. So that's why I played queen c5, so I don't have to worry about that. So he plays rook ac8. He couldn't take the queen because I take with the rook and then I'm attacking, so he had to go here. Takes, bishop e7. Okay, we're only down 1 pawn now, guys. Down only 1 pawn. Now he goes here. Bishop c5, hitting the pawn, knight again. So this game actually demonstrates to you how to use the pair of the bishops to your advantage. Okay, so that's why you can give up a pawn, usually no problem. Sometimes even 2 pawns, and you have a compensation. It wasn't like I was clearly better, but I always had a compensation. Like it was a little bit easier for me to play the game. I always had some ideas that I was threatening, I was trying to do, and he had to decide on. Okay? So he goes here. Bishop c5. Sorry, he played here, and now activate your bishops. Always look for ways to activate your bishop. Excellent. Hitting that rook. Bishop d6. I don't know, Adi. He just goes rook f7 or something. You need to create a threat. If you just attack, he moves away. Not much is happening, yeah? Bishop d7. Bishop d7, I think he just moves the rook, no? Maybe he plays... Yeah, rook d7. Rook d7 forces things. Now, if he takes... I think I'm winning. I think. Bishop takes. He moves away, takes. So here, boom, attack this guy. Takes. And I go here. Okay? So that's why I went here, he went back here. Now, rook d6. So, you understand what happened? I went here, he went here, I dropped to d6. That's very important because that keeps an attack on this guy. So if he moves the rook, I take the knight. And if he goes here, what's the move? There you go. There you go. Now we're winning the game. We're winning material and we're winning the game. All right? So that's something for you to remember. Using the bishops. So he decided to give up the pawn. Here he was in time trouble already. So he basically, it's losing. The knight on c6 is dominated by the dark square bishop who is covering up all the squares. And he cannot do anything like this either because I just take the knight. And if he takes the rook, I take back, okay? So he played e4. And now capture the rook. Captured here. Capture the knight. Captured here. Yeah, this was important, yeah? Because, you know, if you don't do this, he somehow puts the knight on d3, he's gonna, or he takes the pawn on c3, he might be back in the game, you know? Takes. Now threatening bishop h6. And now it's winning, so just what would be the easiest way to finish him off here? Check. To fix the pawns. When you're ahead, you're never afraid to trade. If he doesn't trade, we win the pawn on a6. So he trade. And now his only counterplay can occur if he plays a5. So what are we going to do? Stop it. And he resigned here because my king gets to e3. And eventually he will run out of moves. So just to show you, I mean, I'm up a whole piece. So something like this, for example. Well, he'll run out of moves, and this, he just basically, he'll, you know, and then, so I can go here, will be a suksavang. That's the advantage of the bishop, and the king moves away, and I take. And this was a good win. It helped me finish the tournament on a high note. It was a good win, and it was an interesting game. I sacrificed a couple of pawns, but I had these two bishops, and despite him exchanging the queens, I still had some good initiative. I really like the move queen c5 because it puts pressure on the knight, and if he captures, my rook gets to a strong square. And then it was very important to win this pawn, put pressure, and the next maneuver. Because I'm still down a pawn, and he has e4 coming here, so this was very important moment. Bishop g4 here, and rook d7. And the problem for him, why can't he go here? Why is this move losing? Attacking the rook. And we take this. Now he cannot use the square. Rook b8. And then again, the unfortunate Baskaran for him. And now this is hanging, so I have to go here to protect. Okay, so that's the idea. All right. So once again, this was the Gruenfeld defense. Okay, the knight g5, bishop g5 line, move number 4. So you can look up some more games. It's a very interesting line. At some point, it was very, very popular, very popular against Gruenfeld. It's still sometimes you can find top players who play this. Okay, now I want to show you a couple of tactical positions. Okay. White to play and win. This is a game of Adhiban versus Dreev. Okay? So spend a couple of minutes and then we can discuss the idea. So white is down the entire rook at the moment, and black would like to just castle. If he manages to castle, he will be in good shape. Okay, just think for a few minutes. You have to calculate the entire line and how you win the game. Don't just stop when you win some material, because you're already down a rook. So you don't want to just stop when you get some material. You want to go a little 2 moves deeper. Try to calculate the entire setup. The entire thing. So that requires, the entire thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves. Okay, we have a couple of people raising their hands, so let's give them a chance now. Yes, in the back?
How about bishop to b5?
Bishop d5 is a move, but then I can castle. And despite you winning my knight, I'm actually up a rook. So that's a little problem. Huh? Or long castle, yeah. I mean, it's not bishop b5. You have to be quicker. Yes, Adik? Okay, rook d7 is a correct start. He takes. Okay, he takes. Okay, but remember I told you go deeper, right? So king f8. So I know you got here. But did you calculate further? To find the entire win, remember? Who calculated it further? Ashish did.
Queen d5.
Ashish. Subtle move here needed. Then
What about knight e5 threatening us potentially
bishop, yeah,
some other? Alright.
that's an idea, but what do you gotta do first? So your knight d5 comes with the force.
Oh,
Oh, queen, yeah, d5.
Queen d5, rook c8. Do you have background issues?
Right, okay,
is it queen b3?
Yes. Queen b3, very subtle move, attacking this guy.
yeah. Right.
With check.
Bishop has to move, and you got the threats now. You got this, and you got this. Now the bishop is under attack. The queen on pawn on f7, and knight g5 is coming. Now, if he goes here to try to prevent, it's funny, if he goes to here to try to prevent knight g5, you have knight e5 and queen f7 mate. If he goes bishop d6 to cover the e5 square, then you have knight g5. He cannot protect f7. And if he goes here,
With check.
okay,
and covering the
and now you take and you check.
yeah.
And same thing, if he goes here, you take check, and you go g3, and put the king on here. Got it? So very important to remember that, okay? And the other line is if he goes to e5, did you guys calculate this move? So for this we have to give a check. So king goes to f8. We centralize the queen attacking, and now he goes here, threatening back rank checkmate. So that needs to be addressed. How?
g4.
G3 you mean. Threatening knight g5 and queen f7 mate. Ideas. If bishop e7 you have knight e5. So he plays h6. h6, I have knight e5, yes. Putting pressure. Got it? And you get a comfortable position. All right, let's do another one. So we'll do another similar. Black to play and win. Yeah. How did Hikaru Nakamura win this? Looked like relatively safe position for Wesley, so, but no, it's black to play, yeah?
Oh, black.
Black to play. Okay, then
Okay, first move is knight takes b4. Can't recapture with the knight because of queen d1 mate. And if you recapture with the queen, queen takes c2 is very unhappy.
so knight takes b4. That's exactly what he missed. Queen takes, queen d1, checkmate.
Right.
Beautiful.
So,
So he took
Yeah.
back with the queen,
right. The other interesting one.
and now
is-
queen takes,
Yeah.
threatening queen d1, and he won quite easily.
The other way is if he doesn't recapture with the queen and he plays knight f1,
You mean knight here?
yeah, e1, yeah, then knight, yeah, exactly.
Knight d3 maybe
Right.
even.
And he's forced to capture, and now
Queen c2 now coming.
Exactly.
So yeah, this is
Yeah.
not very good, yeah? b4. And you continue, the bishop is out of the game, so you continuously push the pawn. Sorry. So here, you can even just check.
Not
they're coming forward. So yeah, so it looks like the king is misplaced. So the king got really misplaced, okay? You know, and I think maybe his king was on g1. He kind of moved it over, you know, very, something like that. Okay, all right. Great job, guys. We're going to take a little break. We have another class coming up, okay? So this class, I'm going to do some similar puzzles, which I think will going to be very useful, okay? So